Hello everyone. Today we'll be working on NPCs that I have all those for just walking around all the time. So I will assign maybe another plans like sitting down in some places during the way that they are going walking around, and maybe just crossing the town. And also I need to assign a home that they are going there during night. Let me less the music. And on the rest I think that almost finished, because I was just doing this one that I have also being at night at home. I'm not sure about this guy, also probably I did already, but they have some plans for walking, sitting and so, and during night they should be not there. I was also changing the plans for the market, so they are also not there during night. In that case they are not at the moment, they are not just leaving, going to some house and just disappear, and that's all. So during night you don't have the market working. And on the rest of them, for example, this guy was just sitting here waiting for a conversation, giving you some information with the game, and after that have some sequence like going home and then going inside and outside. Do not be all the time sitting down here, and then during night he's just staying inside, so you don't interact with them during night. The idea is that nobody is there during night, so you have almost nothing to do during night. That's the reason that you will be sleeping at the time and then resting. So yeah, and I think that I have another guy here also that could be helping you to earn some money. And this guy is also doing the same, just walking around and then staying at home during night. So what I need to do is for the rest of them, those for peasants that serve, they're working around all the time, so maybe they will sit in some places or keep working, things like that, and then walk around again. So I think that I would like to have also those doors are also opening when NPCs are coming and leaving, as I have from houses. So all the doors from houses are opening and closing during the time that the NPCs are going there, and doesn't matter if the door is locked or not. For NPCs is always working, and probably I will do the same with those things. So with those small doors, fences, that when NPCs just come in, this is opening and closing on the way for the NPC plan. It could be good to have, for example, let's say that a guy is just going crossing this one, going there and then crossing again to go there. So it could be good to have this sequence, for example, crossing or just going inside for some home guarding and then leaving again, and so it could be good to have the doors opening and closing this one. But I could also do the same with the door in the houses, so they are just crossing the house. But in that case I think it's easier, because as you can see, it's just going through all those hold on, why it's not. So I would like to have also, for example, here, that is not, the definition is not enough to have this small part. I have the same problem with houses, so they are not going inside of the house, so I need to manage manually just moving with some lerp crossing the houses, because you don't have navigation mesh inside of the houses, which is just a small problem. And for example, in that case it's also cutting, because I'm using this proxy as a navigation, but I could just remove this and then recreating I hope that I will have this one. So let me see, this is fence, so in that case I will have this static mesh should be not collision affecting navigation here, and then recreate should work. Okay, exactly. So now the NPC could cross this one and also could cross, for example, this one, but the problem is that this section is so small with both here proxies, so it's not finding this way, this path at the moment, but it's finding this. And could be exactly the same with this. I think that this one is also, there's a door base, and what about this door fence. Okay, so yeah, I will do the same with this. So I will allow that collision not affect navigation. So supposing that the NPCs are just crossing around, so when they arrive to this place, this is opening and then going there without any problem. Should be the same here, for example, but this small, because this one is not friends, but the thing is so small from this proxy to this another proxy, and well, you cannot see this proxy because it's instant message like foliage, but that's the problem, that there is a proxy here and then it's so small from here to there, so it's not finding the way to cross this. It's so small. Exactly the same with the doors in the house, but they're so small, and even doing like that, removing from a navigation is not enough for them to cross all the houses, because the doors are so small that it's not enough for the resolution that they have right now in my navigation mess. So yeah, I should maybe reduce the resolution for this one, or as I'm doing right now, it's just using my own code to cross the doors and managing walking through the houses, as it cannot be managed by this navigation mess by default. But it's fine. Yeah, just to have this one could be good, and then just crossing things like that. And I think that I could maybe do exactly the same plan for all of them, but adding some random things like walking here and then at this point deciding for some random number if you are just crossing or not crossing, or maybe another one and then maybe sitting down in some bench or not. So just adding some random things for the NPCs. Hey, hello, Chuckus Play. I didn't see you for some days. Not much changes this time. Mainly new plans for NPCs, a couple of guys, new guys. This one is one of them. Here, this guy that is helping you with what is this? I think I don't remember what is this doing. I think it's just buying. What is the name of this one? This is trader home here. Let's see the dialogue. I don't remember this guy. What is selling? Stone. So this guy is just buying you stone if you are collecting or just taking from some places. And there is another guy here. This one is buying you wood. I think you have seen this one, so it's just improving a bit. And then it's also just buying stones. This is buying wood, so you can collect from the forest, just picking up some resource. This guy helping you with the initial mission, first step. This another guy is helping you with this home garden, so you can work here and earn also some money for that. And the baker, I was also working on the bakery, but at this time for the demo he's not relevant. I mean, you cannot you could not maybe baking something here, crafting, and you don't really need them for the first step in the demo. So yeah, it's not relevant at the time, but it's working anyway. And I was thinking just adding for those 4 guys that they are just walking around. They are just walking around all the time. So adding something like crossing doors or crossing to another part of the town, or just sitting or going inside home, things like that. So could be, yeah, something random that is not just walking around doing nothing. Yeah, in the future I will add some things. I was also working in the user interface. So I was just organizing everything. So the missions here, the inventory here. Let me wait. Okay, the mission should be here already. That's the mission, the money, and this will be the time, the current time on like slide bar going from 9 today, and then you can see the time that is here. And those are the hands that you have. Not nice enough, but you can see also the icons, and you can manage the icons moving here, or so you are just equipping. So I should put some background image with the hands that you can see that what you are exactly doing. Maybe removing the description and just putting some over menu here or something, because it's so big and sometimes it's too much. But we see. The thing is it's also working here, and the inventory is here, and it's the same for any, for example, market or chest. So let's go. What is the chest here? I think no, not this one. Yeah, here. So I have also the same icons. So it's not nice enough, but I mean for the items you can see with the icon names and the number of them, and so this is just improving also the interface, and it's the same for markets. So you have a bit nicer, but not finished yet, and things are being more organized. All those things are just for debug testing, so when you are just playing you cannot see all those things. So those guys should be doing something like going to some place, crossing or sitting or things like that. And what more? I'm not sure if I did something more. I was really improving a lot all those NPC plans, so they are really easy right now. For example, let me check this farmer house here. So the plans are quite stupid like that. Sit on bench, sit another bench, and then if the time is more than 20 in the afternoon, then enter home. If not, just restart plan and still sitting down on benches. So this is just walking using the navigation mesh for going to another place, and you have here also the time that you want to sit and which one. And in case that you are just going home, then you will wait until 6 PM and then leave home and start again sitting in the benches. So this is so easy, like a few nodes, really easy to manage, and I don't really need to do a lot of strange thing for making plans. So it's really easy right now making plans with all those final nodes. Or for example this one, this guy, exactly the same, like a sequence, and then going home or leaving home, staying until some time, and also using those nodes with wait and wait until and so on. For example, here the time is using not the timers for Unreal Engine, but using my own system for delay tasks that is based on this timeline. But the thing is, this is going on the way of for example, here you say waiting until 6 AM, which means 6 AM in my game, but not the time for real time that you are playing. So if you move faster, the time is arriving to the 6. Or for example, if you say here 60 seconds sitting there, if you go faster, they're just waking up faster because the time is passing, and it's not really 60 seconds in the timer or in delay for blueprint. So that's the thing, that all the tasks that I are doing can be speed up if you speed up the real time in game, but not the time in the timers for blueprints. That was the problem. That was saying, like, for example, sitting down for 60 seconds, that it was just sitting down there for 60 real seconds in time, but not 60 seconds in game time. So you were just moving faster and nothing happened. You need to wait this 60 seconds. And in case that you are moving so fast, it could be like already night or day at the, and then they are not even checking for this new time. Using my own internal timer for real game time, it's just checking this 60 seconds in 60-second game, so it's maybe moving after a second or 2 seconds. So that way all the times that I'm using are real time and not the real game time and not real time for Unreal engine. So it's really managing well and easier, and I can cancel all of them because I can just when I'm resetting, for example, or let's say that you need to be sitting down there for 3 minutes and then for some reason you are waking up, then it's cancelling this after 3 minutes that you are expecting to wake up. And that was also the problem that I had, that I was just doing some delays, then changed the plan for the NPC, but this delay was, let's say, still waiting there. So after some time this delay is triggering again, and then this guy was doing already another plan, and then they're mixing with the old plan that you were not cancelling, and in the end you have strange behavior, like planning in the middle, doing some step plan after a long time about this. So now managing with this one, all the plans are going on the way of the game time, and it's not missing with each other, which means it is working much better and much easier. As you see, that the plans are really almost nothing. So this is the piston, for example, all of them. So we will see what's the plan for them. Right now it's only like follow a path and that's all, which is not really a plan, but just doing things like that. And what we like to do is, let's say for example that they are going just initial thing like testing plan. Okay, all of them will go to home. So that's like, okay, let's say this is enter home. But also I would like to assign some houses for them. So for example, this guy will have I don't know, probably this one. What is this? This is let me say this is 1 home farmer 2, this is home farmer 3, just having numbers to this home farmer 4 and this home farmer 5. So let's say this guy is going to, the house is home farmer 3, we say. Let me see again. Yeah, 3, and let's say this is going to 5, home farmer 5, and those, they don't have any valid value, so let we only if get home is valid, just to checking. If it's valid, they will go home. If not, just ignore and doing nothing. So they will stay there and no any plan. So let's see what's happening with these guys. Okay. Okay, they are stopping. They are, let's say, a bit stupid. Let's recalculate again. Maybe the problem was like, well, the paths again. Let's see. Okay, I understand this guy because I was just saying that you don't have any blocker here, but the thing is, was not opening automatically. So this guy is going well on the right way, but this door should be being open when the NPC is coming, and then let's say closing it when this is leaving. I understand this, but this guy, it's not clear why it's going just through. Of course, it's just finding here wall, and it's very stupid that they are not maybe finding the way to go that way, or just going there and then on the right. You know, it's a bit stupid. That I don't know why, but I don't see that. Okay, I see that it's not blocker here for this wall for some reason, I don't know. So I will add something manually, like this nav modifier volume. This volume, nav modifier volume here should be in the main. Okay, and then let me see this one, and then what is the details here with the area. Should I'm not sure if I need to use the scale, or should I use something like the block inside? Yeah, since the scale. Okay. Modify why is this? Okay, and now this one. Okay, so we'll see using this. Okay, something like that. Is it fine or too much? It is too much. And then move there. Object. Still too much? Yeah, still too much. So in that case, you can see that it's just blocking going on that way. So this guy should try to find a way to this door, because it's supposed to be door, or anyway should go on this way until this door probably. So let's see what's happening now. Okay, exactly. So this guy is just watching that there's no way here, so he's going on the right way, then turn on the right should be, exactly. So he's going well right now. Should go where there, and probably, okay, that's exactly, yeah. So as you can see, it's easy to have this guy just living there, and they can find a way. I think also that here, yeah, this one is not blocking and should be, so for some reason should be affecting navigation. This one I'm not sure why not. Maybe is it let me see, maybe the environment. Here I have the rocks foliage, and then not material, but this foliage type. So probably I will just removing this affecting navigation, because affecting navigation, maybe collision here, interactive, no. Let's see yes, and then we'll see what's happening here, if it should affect the navigation or not. This is not working. Maybe it's collision preset here. Is there any option for navigation basics? Not basics. Okay, since not working as I was expecting. What is the default? Yes, I think. But since not working, maybe geometry, something like that. Aha. Okay, right. So okay, fine. So I think that now with the stones should be avoiding to go there. So let's check again if this guy is finding the right way home. Should be. The other one is fine, as I was just saying that the doors are supposed to be open, so this guy should go here. What is happening? Again, exactly the same problem here with the walls not being. Let me see if maybe I was just missing here. This affecting navigation, collision. Yeah, should affect navigation. Exactly. Why not? Maybe the collision is small. Now it's fine. Yeah, for some reason I need to. Let's remove this one there. And then recreate everything. Geometry. And the paths. And then. Yeah, why not? Maybe do I need to do that for not sure what the reason is. In case that I'm recreating this one, I'm losing when I'm recreating the geometry, I think. So those should be, all of them should have exactly this. Okay, it's fine. Let's see again. For this guy, finding the right way home or not. Because the idea is that they do automatically at any time, at any place, they can find a way to our home. And that's why I need to create properly. Okay, this guy is taking the long way. It's fine. Stupid. Why is this guy just stupid? Okay, let's customize whole, get rotate sequence. Okay, so this is nothing here, and then there's have like 350, probably is enough or more than enough. Let's see. But I would like to have this small way going. Why this guy is not finding the small path from here and then taking the longer? Just crossing all the grass. Stupid. Wait, it says take Peasant helper is enter home, and then when this plan is done, I see. Okay, switch on integer, and then should be, this is not the default, but 01 is here, and default means nothing, so it should stop completely. Get current plan. Come on. Okay. Let me see again. Why is not finding this small one, which is more than enough, I think, to find a way going on this way. Oh, this also a bit big. This one, for some reason, I need to definitely I need to adjust the let me see, recast, and then cell size, cell height, agent radius, okay, max, slope, max step, mean region area, probably adding some definition. Since not enough. let's take the opposite way. So maybe I think should be enough to go walking that way. Not sure. Since not enough for this guy, it is taking the long way. Okay, that's fine. So it's just maybe a really small definition of this navigation mess, and should be fine right now. And then let me see if this guy is going inside. Okay, and stay there. That's cool. Okay, right. So this guy is finding the way, and this guy is not finding, because this door should be automatically being opened when any NPCs coming. For that things I was doing also with the door. The thing is door base, and the thing is adding box collision, and this box collision should have like when entering, checking for the thing is I should have maybe the size of this one, just checking for what's happening here. Come on, remove here. So yeah, should be moving, but not this one. As it's fine. Front side is also, back side is fine. So the thing is, when the NPC is going through this box, should be opening the door online and just opening and closing the door at any time. So let's do that. This bigger is too much. Maybe something like that, and then this one, and then let's see from the left, should be something like that, and then yeah, something bigger. It's too much. It's enough because the capsule is just crossing through this one, and I think this is also not enough. So when the NPC is just crossing this one, the open doors. So on picking overlay, what we need to do is checking that this is NPC and not the player. It's the first person character, and in case that is not this one, so in case that is failing, we will checking this NPC. Oh, we don't need to check this one. In case that is failing, should be open. So animation, animation. Where's this animation? Or do I have something like open? Yeah, open event. That's fine. So it's opening, but when you are just leaving, let me see. When you are leaving and overlay, you should exactly say checking the actor. This is colliding, and in case that is failing, so we need to do this close event. So let's see. Come on. Well, I see this is so small because it should be as big as the mess that is doing, so I will just change this to the construction script for this blueprint. But right now, just for testing, let me see if this guy is arriving there, and then just checking for this guy, and then it's opening. Nothing happened. Okay, warnings. What is this there? Should be moving? I don't think so. I don't want to have moving because in case that this one is moving, should be just losing this collision or something like this, is crossing this section for the door. So I don't want to have this one moving, but since that if the probably this one, and then all of them could be mobile and then static, and that's just moving. Yeah, anyway, this is not moving at all, so it's not visible in game. Let's say again what is happening now. Why not? Door base seems to be moving. Where is my door base? Here. But I don't want to have this one moving. I don't understand why I need to have this one moving. It is moving. This is fine. This is moving. I don't care about this. And I want to have this one static. But then it's changing everything to static. No. Seems fine. But I have all those bugs, so I don't remember what I was just doing with this one. That's it's not moving for the doors in the houses. Let me check again. What is this? How I was doing that? So this static and this moving and this static and also the static. So that's the configuration I would like to have. This one is static, and then that's moving, and then it's static, and then also this one is static, and also this one is static. Oh, sorry, let me see, because I see what's the problem is. I'm just doing fake here. I should have, let me see. Okay, this one is static, or probably needs to be moving. This is moving, and this is static, and this one should be also static, and I will have this one static. So let's compile this, and then in that case would be inherit the same as I was just defining on. Okay, so I don't need this, only this. Let's save in case it is crashing as usual. Go. Okay, so the thing is, it's not working I think because I need to have all of them, but I'm afraid that just rotating also the same way that this one is going, I will lose the collision for this one. But okay, anyway, this is just requesting all the time and need to be moving. Okay, I will have all of them moving, and this thing also will be moving, and then compile all of them. Let me see if it's just working or not working. Come on. Door base pp close event stack. Okay, just some kind of checking for in case that if something is true, and in that case will be the opposite one, like if it's close. Let me see if I'm avoiding what is happening here. Again, during timeline door base pp. Just because I don't want to have this one like moving this one. This is need to be static, but in that case that I'm doing that, this is just broken everything, and then it's not working my collision or something like that. So that's exactly the same problem that I have, but I have exactly the same configuration here for exactly the same thing. I have this box, I have this door, and then the door is moving, and not the dummy or something like that. So this is my stand with this static. This is moving, this is static, and also this one is static. So this is working, and I would like to have exactly the same here. Like this one is static, and then I would like to have this moving, and both of the static here I would like to have, and then this box also static. But in that case something's happening, because you may be trying to move some things that you cannot move, but there is no reason for that. Let me see. This is the static mesh that is moving, and this is the initial rotation and all the strength that you are trying to. Okay, I see what's the problem is. Okay, this is also the problem that I had with this. Let's say here, this is the open event is moving this then and not moving the static mesh. That should be the static mesh and not the stem. So okay, so let me see. Let's change this one to that one. Yeah, that's the reason I'm moving. The wall sensor need to be dynamic moving. So this is one for the open and close event, and I think here should be exactly the same. The static mesh should be here and not stain. And then now the stain could be static, I think. Let's play again. It's working bad, but I mean door base PP. No, I don't want to move this one. Why is this starting to find? I'm not moving. So this is static mesh, and this is the open door here. Or maybe have this construction script. No, this is fine. So for some reason it says that it's trying to rotate the stem, but it's not true. For some reason this is the action. Let me maybe refresh all nodes or something like that. In fact, there is only one and not all of them. Anyway, just to say that this one is not going well, and this guy should go also there, but this is failing. So probably there is also not enough space here to find a way. So let's move this one a bit. To make this one easier for the NPCs. Okay, now it's fine. So could find a way to go home on this way. Okay, let's try again. This guy. Yeah, the animation is bad, of course, but it's fine. And this stage is fine, and this guy should go inside. Yeah, there are a few problems with the proxies maybe. Should eventually cross the proxy. Yeah, okay. So that's the thing, that the doors are opening not well, but they are opening. Should be the animation for opening and not just the action open. So probably the problem that they have is about calling this open event and close event, which is just animate door event. That's the wrong thing that I'm doing. Animate door event. So it should have the animation already. So let me see what is happening now. This guy should. Okay, I see. And also should maybe maybe I should remove the get player pawn moving. What is this player in front? What is this base door? Okay. Probably because maybe the animation that I was just trying to do here, I was just taking care of the player, and in that case I should take care of the no, there's nothing here. But the NPCs are not about the player. Okay, rotation actor is fine. I would like to know why this one is open event, close event. Is when is this being called? I'm not sure if it is maybe in use already. I think the problem was here, probably. And this one is open, no. But this one is, yes, that one is open. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem that I had in the past with this door being in this thing. So that's why I need to have here this thing and not the static mesh for all the rotation. For this case, having both sides when rotating things. So that's why I had the extend rotation and not the static mesh. That's why I was doing that. And then in that case, of course, I need to have everything can be moved for that reason. That's moving, and then should be also moving to avoid this problem. Let me see now if it works. It's open and should keep being open of this one. Get player pawn in display in front door base. Okay. In that case should be not the player but with action, execute action, animator. Okay, okay. So the thing is not this is player in front, but I should use the NPC to know the direction of this one. So this is fine, but should be good player pawn graph here, and then is, let's call this actor in front, which is much easier. Actor in front. And then I should use, this is the actor, it should be character wise character base. So let's say initially I will have this one being the actor should be what is this player pawn and what is this pawn object? Okay, so actor should be the pawn being there, and then the variable should be pawn. Just change this one, and then I can assign this, and then what is not interested. So let's say that when you are trying to do this animation should be this is your pawn. So setting this actor has to interactive NPC. Okay, and then in case that it works, it goes here, and then I need to take this pawn. This is not the case, and this is fine. So I will use for the calculation of the animation the pawn in case that there is something. I will use this one, and then when this one is just animator event should probably set game back after animation. When finished here, yeah, I should set game the player pawn just in case the next time that is coming is just checking this one. And then finally here when I just check this one, I should use the pawn that are being defined by default, being NPC or just player. So this way should remove the problem that I'm having when I'm moving what is this? Inherit from interactive NPC. Why not? Okay, not this one, this actor. That's true. Okay, so let's see again if first things this door should, okay, this door is working. This one is the animation. Okay, the animation is just fine also, and then this guy should go there, and there is no bugs here, so everything is working fine except that probably this one should be maybe bigger because it's so small, or this one is not enough for the size of this one, in case that it's also rotating during the, let's show this one when in playing game also, so we can see what is happening with this small one. So okay, so what's happening with this guy? Okay, exactly, the problem is that as it's moving and it's so small, it's just losing the collision, so it's just trying to close in the middle of, well, it's just losing and then again. So that's the thing that should be bigger, and for that reason I think I will use this construction script, doing so big as the method I'm using, because I was just using this one as default, but after I have this one, I'm having this static mesh with a new method I was assigning. I need to take this bound scale, I think. No, sorry. Bound local bounds set. What is the name of this component bounds? I think that one. I don't remember. Okay, so in that case, having the size of the mesh that we are assigning any of them, because I have both cases, for example this one, that one, they are exactly the same thing, but the size is a bit different. So this collision box should be so big as the mesh that we are using. So in that case, I'm just taking this box origin extends should be breaking vector, and then using the same as set what is the name of this one, the extend sec box extend. Okay, but I should also get box extend just to change only one parameter. So this is make vector, and then I will use, which is the one that I need to use, is x, I think. So this is the x will be here, but the rest will be keeping the original size, just in case. Or in that case I could even hardcore here the number, I don't need to use this one. But let's see what's happening here. Since nothing happening, so this is the same size and this is another one, so in that case it's not changing the size of, oh yeah, why not? Okay, yeah, stupid. Let's see again. Nothing, really nothing. Let me check. This is x and okay, we are taking this box extend, so it's giving us the size of probably I did here. No, not this one. So it should give me the size of x, but maybe if I'm just rotating for some reason or things like that, I will try to maybe to use this x is going to x, and then I'm using the another axis just in case that there's nothing happening. Let me check something. Hard coding this one like this to see if this is changing anything. Okay, now it's changing, so I see that the right one that I should use is x, so it's fine. And the one that I need to use is probably this one, but I'm not sure why after assigning this new mesh should this box then being updated and then having the real size for this new mesh to adjust the box collision, but it's not working. So this one should be here, not this one, because I want to use longer for this one. But the thing is that's not working. Let's hardcore this one for something small like this, and then this one also something really small to see if only one axis is going. Okay, so yeah, so this one should be as big as this one. For some reason it's not being updated, and I'm not sure about this, if it must be adjusted when playing for some reason, but I don't think so. So it's really, I don't understand why it's not being updated to the real size for this one. Let me check this one for example, because I was using here also those bound size. Get bounding box. Okay, fine. So I'm just doing, yeah. What's exactly bounding? Why not? Why not using this bounding box? Okay, was my fault. So now this one should be okay. I don't need this. Let me see. This bounding box. Okay, main max, and then okay. Break this one and just break this one box, and this is the max. And now this X should be here. Let me see now. Seems to me too big. I see here, like it's too big. But this should be the bounding box. Really? I don't think so. Let's check again. It's too big. It's really too big for that, and then in that case it's even smaller. Well, it's almost fine, but this bounding box is so big, but the proxy is not so big. Yeah, so why is, let me check again. Yeah, that's the right way to have this. Maybe it is 2 times bigger or something like that. Okay, maybe, I don't know. I will just try something like that, something stupid like divide by 2 to see if maybe it's just giving me 2 times bigger as it is, or something like that, or both sides. Okay, so more or less since that's the right size for this one is fine. I mean, maybe the only thing is not being aligned to the, in this case, since also exactly the same problem, like, okay, real size, come on, real size, but it's not aligned to the, it's just in the center, because it's fine, but should be this displacement on the X as much as the size it is. So in case that is bounding box, so I will just get the bounding get box stand, and then I will just break again, take the X, and then get what location, or I could just use the set related location, but I need to have also the get related location, because I need to compose again using this X, but using also the current position right now. So there's not a big problem, a lot of maths here, because it's just for the construction script. So this is just creating, let's say in the editor, so in the end you are not using all those code when it's already done, fixes. So I'm not taking care about all those processes, for example, like reusing something from here, but just again asking for everything, just to, you know, to recalculate everything is fine. So the thing is, they use this I, Z, and then this X should be this X. Let me see. Okay, seems fine, seems working fine for this one, which is smaller, and seems working fine also for this one, which is also small. The other thing that I need to have this one, which is something strange, and I'm afraid that this one is being exactly, this is just being here, and could be just interacting with something like that. So in that case I will do this is a combination from some of them. So in that case, what I will do is just removing, I think this is the door, and then it's just the door construction script is just taking the door. Okay, I have here already. So this is static mesh, and come on, this is crashing right now. Yeah, since that's crashing and running you. Yeah. I will try to stop this. Okay, wait a bit. Nothing. Okay. Sorry. Let's reopen. Okay, finally opening again. As you can see, my computer is completely blocked. There's nothing happening here. Let's see what we have lost from the last time. Could be not much. It's a bit slow, but should be opening in a while. Should be everything in the cache. Come on. So anyway, I was just trying to have this box for collision, and since working right now, what I was just trying to do is just removing from this another blueprint that is just not using at all and should be not being affected by this one, but the door that opening and closing. So I will just try to disable from this another blueprint, which is not a big deal, and the rest is working fine. I will probably do the same with the same doors that I have in the houses, removing the collision during the time that the NPC is crossing to avoid this, as we have this problem that is just losing the box collision or trying to close before he's just crossing the door. So to avoid that, it's just I have this problem in the past, like the NPCs are just stuck on the doors because the door are trying to be, you know, closing before it's completely closed this one. So what I have right now in the doors is just removing the collision during the time that it's crossing and then activating again when it's just leaving, because I have this box with this enter leave event, so it's so easy to activate deactivate on the time that it's just crossing or something. It's fine. Come on, it's so slow opening, really so slow. Maybe because it's all together with this OBS working also, and music, and then streaming and everything. Test. Okay, since working, let's see what's if we have lost a lot of things or not, or what is happening here. No, I don't want to restore. Yeah, I see that we have lost a few things, so I hope this is not taking too long to just recreate everything like that. Okay, so the only thing that we have been lost after this crash was them here, get relative location, and then I wanted to have also this box tent, I think. Yeah, and then what I was doing is just breaking this one and then breaking this one also, and then using I need to set relative location, sorry, related location, and then in that case I was just creating here, making vector, and I was using from this one the default that I'm using, and this X, I think. Let me see, was this one or not? Okay, that's exactly the one that I was doing. So then this is fine, should working. Let's see what is happening here when this NPC is just crossing the door, and it's also rotating this collision box, so to see if we are losing this one or not. Play. Okay, so this is fine. Oh, perfect, we don't need even to deactivate this one because it's going on the right way. But what I'm afraid is that this one probably come on, also this one, let me see. Yeah, exactly, so we have lost also this one. Oh, okay. Let's move with this. Okay, this is fine, so I'm fine already this way, and I would like to see if this one is finding also the way here. Should be fine. And then about the doors, I would like to have also maybe smaller, because it's so big that maybe they are just walking around, the door is being open when it's not really needed. So I will do not so big for this one probably. Not sure. Yeah, I think that is it's smaller. It's fine. I'm also afraid that it's going on this way. It's fine, but if it's going on that way, it's losing this collision box all the time. So let's move this guy a bit far, so to see what's happening when it's trying to go on this side of the door. What is happening here? Yeah, this guy is stupid. Yeah, I see what the problem is. Okay, yeah, that frustrates him because it's really not the right way to go. But exactly this one. That's the problem that we have with this. That it's crossing the door this way, and then it's losing this collision box. So it's working, but not perfect. I understand that. Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly, it is just affecting both of them. So I should maybe have something like moving to middle of the places or something. It's not big deal, because I can do like go home when you are a certain point of this curve on the path, so it's not a problem for that. But just I would like to have like automatic all the doors and not really doing a lot of hacks every time that I need to cross. In that case, it's so big the door that making this area small means that not affecting with just passing across, but then when you are inside it's so easy to lose this collision. And then probably maybe I could like let me see, if it's leaving, probably kind of if it's leaving, maybe a bit delay or something for half a second or 1 second, something like that, so it's time enough for maybe managing not closing. So let's add some delay here. Really small delay could be enough for the time that is passing, or maybe just 1 second to see what is happening. But anyway, this guy should be closer. Let's see again. Yeah, something stupid happened when because the problem is just on the time that is crossing is losing the collision box, so it's trying to close, and then when this one is rotating, so again colliding, and then it's just doing this stupid sequence a few times, which is not nice. But the thing I was using here for the doors, I was using those box collision, and then I need to rotate all this thing and not only the door. That is one of the problems, because for example for the door I have exactly the same, but this box collision is not rotating. In that case it's just crossing, and then the door is just opening and closing, but then when you are really leaving this box, that is closing, so it's working pretty well. But in that case the problem is moving all the stand, which is moving also the box, should not be moving. But I have a problem for this blueprint component that is just doing things like that, so that was the problem, and I was just solving with this stem. But in that case, using this door base with the same code like this one is not working being alone, but working here. So probably I will try to find a way, or extending this one and then managing them manually for example the stem, something like this, and maybe creating a new one for this, managing a bit different things for being only rotating the door as I was doing in the past. So could be just working fine for both of the cases. So okay, let's leave this one here for the door, and then try to do another thing, because the door isn't not working, but I know how to make them work, what the problem is right now, and how to solve this one is easy. And the only thing that I need to do is not rotating here the stem, but rotating only the mesh. But then I need to redo the next one. I don't want to change things here and then break another one, and then it's not working the playing because this one is broken. So I prefer not to touch right now and focus maybe on those entities doing a few things, or a few different things for the plan right now. So let's say that this guy is going home, which is going on that way, is working fine because there's no finding any door or things like that, but this one is just going through the door and then it's finding a problem. So I would like also maybe keeping this one as navigation. Let me see, affecting navigation should be not paying enough for yeah, so let's say now it's closed. So let's see what this guy is doing to arrive to this house. Maybe he's going complete different way, or again, because here for some reason also this one is not recreating, should be, but it's not creating. So build geometry is not working. But if I do that with this, just recreate with this affecting navigation, just this, for some reason, I don't know, it's just recreating everything and then so it works. Now it's working, so it's just something's not working, maybe it's a bug or something, so I need to recreate. In that case, finding the wall is there, so should go around as this guy was there. This one will be on that way, but another one I would like to see what is happening with this guy, which way is taking. It's also taking this way, but this is wrong. Okay, fine. So it's going completely the opposite way for the door that he needs to find. So this is taken this way, is fine, and should be which one? I don't remember which one I said going there. I think this one. So go there. Okay, but it's not going there, which is okay, fine. Anyway, it is almost fine. Finding the way home is fine, so we can say that it works. And we will try to do like follow the path and then arrive to some point and then going to another place, doing something like that. At the moment I was just going home, which is not the best plan. So they should leave a path. So in that case should be follow path. Call function here, yeah, that's one. And then it's iteration distance. I would like to have this distance like remote this one, otherwise they all of them will be going on the same at the same time in the same direction. So this distance means remote something. So go to path and follow event could be maybe creating another one with follow path. Or let me see, this follow path should be this is empty. Okay, this is just teleport, yeah, up the long path. Okay, so I could just use here this one. Okay, fine. Okay, just went that way. So they are starting from any point, random point in the path, as I was doing before, which is just fine. Let me see. There is another one having here, and then yeah, there are both of them here. This one sitting, that is fine. So yeah, should be I would like to have some of them just crossing around the town, or maybe doing things like that, small paths in case that this is working, since working, so they could just walk around all of this, and also that all those paths are working. So let's say that it's arriving to this one, and then when arriving to this point, then they are going through, I don't know, to this way or that way, or something like that. Going this way. Just let's say something like crossing the market or things like that, to have some variation and not just walking around, but even adding some switches to decide when to cross the market or when to just walk around or continue, so they are not doing exactly the same every single time, just some random events that is happening. I have already some code to add like triggers for positions in the path, so just easy to find a few of them, adding some triggers and then deciding later if you are taking this one or not, with some random numbers. And I could, for example, let's say add here to decide if you go crossing the door or crossing this house, or maybe going to the market or going home or things like that, so the guys will be just walking around and doing different things when arriving to the same point, to avoid that all of them are doing exactly the same. Yes, I mean, so it's some numbers, and also because if they are having some gameplay for the player, and then you need to maybe have some conversation, and then you need to buy, sell things, or give them anything, that you cannot find all of them at the same time in the same place, because it's just so predictable, and I would like to have something a bit different, that you need to find the guy, and then you should also walk around to try to find the people, and not just okay they are here and then they will come here, sitting here, and then just waiting, you know, things like okay I will walk around to try to find this guy, and if they are doing different plans every single time, it's the way for you to walk all around and not just waiting for things happening close to you. So that's why I don't want to have the guys sitting down there all the time, all the game, so it's so easy to find them, but they should, for example, go for work, going home, things like that. By default all the houses have all the doors closed, so when a guy is going inside home, means you cannot interact with him anymore, because it's just being outside of you, and you cannot cross the door. So this guy should be, for example, here being inside during night, or even during sometime during the day, and then you cannot just talk with them until they go outside again. And even if you are trying to find this guy, probably you cannot find it. He is inside home after sometime during the days, or as I said, like all the nights. Every NPC should be inside the houses, so should be nobody on the street during night, and there is almost nothing to do during night, so that's the right time to be sleeping and resting and so on. So yeah, that's the thing. I will just have a look about all those doors, if I will implement or not, because maybe they are not really needed. They don't need to cross all the fences and everything, but could be, of course, could be cool, as I have already with the houses, that they can go inside and outside, and they don't need to take care about the boxes. It's just with the boxes are done. Trying to have something like that. And what more I would like to, because more or less for this short term that I want to do is all the missions are already done and you can complete all of them, all the steps, but I would like to have some new NPC has to say, for example, with the baker, that you can craft things, but for the demo it's not relevant because they are not really needed to craft anything, or talking with this guy to continue in this short demo. But anyway, I would like to complete a few things that feels much better than just people walking around. So I'm just completing like small details with things like that are not really needed, because for example those guys just walking around, they are not having any gameplay at the moment, so they can just walk around or maybe stay at home and nothing changed. But just to have some variation, well, this could be fine. So I would like to have, what is this, is the well, and probably I would like to have maybe this building. Okay, so this building is what could be house, could be have this one like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, home 8, just has to know this one. And then those guys, okay, let's close this one. Yes, I would like to add a new trigger when they arrive to this point. Let's say something closer to this one. So when they arrive to this point, for example, that they decide to go, or maybe at some point like this, if they decide to go to the market or going inside home or things like that. So let's add some trigger for, I have this one here ready that I did some triggers, should be, I was already deleting this one. Every time that I'm coming here is just restarting this one. I really don't understand this. This is processing path trigger, and I don't remember where I'm adding the event graph, plan graph, and the dialog. What's this dialog? No, this one, sorry. Should be this one. Okay, so in the reset, I think I'm adding exactly here. So this is the reset. Okay. Okay, here adding this reset. Reset. Here, this is a parameters, fine. And then I will add here a few triggers for this part. When they arrive into this place, let me see here. So I will define the first house. So this is buildings, get buildings, and then get 0 here. So when they arrive to the first building, according to this path, this one will be increase like I don't know, 333 meters. When this happening is arriving to first building, so this will just throw a trigger when arriving to this point, and then close to this one. And then the thing that I need to do is processing path trigger, and then the keys I will just check this key. It's exactly saying here, so I could probably copy some code, go faster. And the thing is, what's the key that I was just creating? First building. Okay, so when they arrive to this point, this trigger is being thrown, and then it's just doing the next plan, and the next plan should be, so this one is this is restart the plan. Okay, so the next one will be, for example, go to some location or something like that. So okay, they arrive to this point, and then after that they should go to, maybe, I don't know, something like maybe, I don't know, to this point, for example. Things like that could be fine. And then, or maybe here. So let's take this one, which is the watermill. Okay, so when they arrive to this one, they should go to a location, and then go to location, and then should be like go to a follow path, go to path and follow, should be fine. So here we need to take these buildings, and should be the second one, and we need to take also the location. So this is get actor location, and that's the location that they need to go. Or well, probably they need to go to the path and not the building, in fact. So the closest place for this part, and then follow the path again. That's why. Okay, so that's the thing, that should be taking the shortest path to this one, and then this is the find the closest distance to path, this one. That's the distance. No, I want to find the location in the path. What's this? Spline, and I think that is something like get location, something like get location at distance along. No, get location. I don't remember well. What I want to try to do is taking this path and then taking this building. I know where this building is, and I'm trying to take where the shortest distance. So I would like to have things like that. This is the point that I would like to have in the spline. So what I want to take is a closest place to this. I think that I did already a function, something like that. Find closest point to things like that. I don't remember well. There's a closest distance, and then find location, distance, Get direction, maybe no. Get location. Okay, get location or the distance. So that's the thing that I take into distance, which is the closest one for this is the second building. This is the path, and then this is wall location, and this is the one that should be going there. Okay. That's fine. After that, they should just follow the path. So continue the path there. So yeah, probably could be easy things like that. Or I will try this. Okay. So when they are at this point, should go this way and then go to path again, and when they arrive to this point, should be sending another one. So in that case, should be okay, set path, but not next plan, but set current plan being 1, I think. Execute next plan event. Let me see. So they go there, and then it's going this one, and then going to this path, and then arriving again. So to be 21, and then going there again. Okay, at the moment it's just exactly the same all the time, so it's not random or anything like that. But should be when this guy is arriving here. Let's see what is happening if someone's coming. What is happening here? So let's play and see what happened with the guys arriving to this point. So here one is coming. Let's see what's happening. If all those peasants, I think that they are executing the plan. So they will arrive at some point. Nothing is happening. Why not? Yeah, there are errors one here. Yeah, I know what the problem is, that I didn't assign any of the buildings that need to be used for the calculation on those peasants. So that's the reason they don't have any building or things like that to calculate the distance or where is the point to be changing. So yeah, let's move there. So all of them should have exactly the same. So this guy should have, as we said, this is the part that's being fine, and then one of them is home 8, I think. Yeah, and another one should be the water mill. Right, and this guy should have exactly the same. For this is home 8, and this is the water mill, and also this one. I'm not sure if I can do bulk changes for all of them, but anyway, it's just so small. So water mill, and finally this guy exactly the same, and then water mill will be here. Okay, so be fine now. Okay, let's play and see what's happening with some of those guys. If someone's coming, well, one guy is going there. So let's see what's happening. Okay, so the trick is just being fired, and then they change the path, calculating the way to go to this water mill. But in fact, they are going to the closest point of this path, to the watermill. So it's just going, I don't know, it's just using the navigation mesh to calculate the place to go, and then they're just taking this way. Okay, I was just thinking about crossing the market or something like that, so maybe I could probably try to find another path for them, but in that case they are just going directly to the watermill, and then they will arrive to some point of the path, and then after that they will continue with the path. I hope so, that everything's working fine. So yeah, something's happening. Okay, they disappear, but anyway, the first thing is working fine, but I was expecting to use another path, not using this one to be so faster. Well, another one is coming exactly the same place, and I think that it will disappear, not having any plan or just starting to any of them. So that's the reason that they are just, I think they are just jumping again to some random location and not just continue with this one. So the thing is, they arrive to this point and then they go to this path probably, and yeah, probably they're just following the path, and then for some reason it's jumping here again, not sure. But anyway, that's the thing is, they go to some location that they were just defining. So let's say for example that one guy have this watermill, but another one have maybe a building. So in case that they are going to some building, let's say, I don't know, this one for example, so they went through maybe this way to arrive here, and then after that they join the paths and continue. So let's say for example that some of them will have another one, so this second guy will have not the watermill but for example the farmer one, so they will go to this one and not that, and maybe probably they will use another path to right there. And yeah, I hope that is going to something different way. And for example this one third will arrive to not watermill but home farm 3, and after that, if everything is going well, should join again this path again. So let's see what's happening, if some of them are just walking around and then taking different ways, different paths. So just with the same code for all of them, they have different well, the same code, but they go to different places. It's just defining somewhat variable of the NPC. Since they are far, so let's try again. Just be random, not so close. Again, just try to have some guy closer. They are just starting random, so should be in the end someone coming not so far, if they are working, of course. In fact, I should, maybe I could just do like they start from 1000. Let's see what is this. So they will start all of them just for testing at the same place, so in case that is not enough. Okay, I will change again to 1000. That's the distance that they are starting the path, so just to have all of them here closer. This is nothing. Okay. Since not, I really don't know the distance this one. Maybe something like that. I would like to see all of them from here. Okay. For some reason there are some guys there. So yeah, let's do something more. 6000. Okay, so all of them should come here. Come on. Yeah, to avoid that all of them are just dropping at the same time, so I will just add random float and then in range. Float in range, and I will do something like 6,000 and 7,000. If all of them are dropping at the same place, that they are blocking each other, so not much walking around. Let's see what happened now. They should come in a row, exactly, so we can see what is happening here. For any of them. Okay, so all of them should go this way, and then something happens, so I will just put all of them closer to see what each one decide to have. For each one, so all of them have the same code, but they have different buildings, so that's the thing, that they should go in different ways. That's closer. That's interesting to see what are they doing at the same time. Okay, so all of them are just coming, arrive to this point, and some of them should go different ways because they have different buildings. I think the first one is going through, this one is going there, this one is also taking, for example, this one is taking back because maybe the building is someplace closer in the another way, but for example, as you can see, they are taking different paths. So this guy is going, both of them are going to the watermill. This another one is going to the house in front, and another one was taking the path to go to, I think, this building, so that's the reason that he was just taking this way, which is shorter one. But this one, okay, so both of them should appear there going to the watermill, and this one would be going there. You know, much problem what are they doing exactly, but I mean, I was just testing for the same code, just taking different points to arrive, that they will have different completely different ways to go. And for example, this one is also going to the path, which is fine, okay, and then disappear when they arrive to the path. So there is a problem there, but I mean, it is already working. So they went to different houses and different paths to go there. So I will just work a bit more on this, and then I will decide or put a few different buildings that all of them could be maybe choose one from some of them, so they will have completely random plans to go to different buildings or places or following the path for different reasons, or even going in the opposite way for the path, so they have like random walking around in the town that you really don't know what are they doing or going, and all the paths are working fine. So yeah, I will have things like that, and yeah, we'll continue working with this to put some random plans for all those pistons themselves that they don't have any plan at the moment. So yeah, they are coming again, and seems like they are jumping to the same place again. Yeah, so since that they are jumping to the same place, and then start this one coming to the place here. So this one, yeah, is going here. Okay, it's fine. Okay, this is fine. Everything is almost working. I was just doing a few more things planned for the NPCs. I will finish here the stream today because it's already late, but I hope you enjoyed. I will stream tomorrow as usual, as every single day. So oh, sorry, I think that I don't have the chat. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, thank you everyone for coming. Don't forget to subscribe and everything like that, and I will just put here all the links in case that all of you are interested. Thank you for coming, Hope to see you soon. Bye.